We're only 2 weeks into 2024, so it certainly doesn't have a lot of competition yet, but I think it's safe to say that Echo is the worst show we've seen so far this year. And of course, we all expected that. The news that there was a lot of behind-the-scenes problems with this show, that it had to be almost completely reshot, had to be edited down to only 5 episodes. And the fact that Disney was desperate for people to get this over as quick as possible, dumped every single episode all at once on both Disney Plus and Hulu on the same day. Not a weekly release, not let's put 2 episodes out then do a weekly release. No, all of it all at once. Let people binge it, let people mock it for a week or two, and then it'll be out of the press. And of course, just like with everything that comes out of Marvel these days, people expected a heavy dose of the MCU, of making sure you know that she's a strong, powerful woman, and all the other dudes surrounding her just can't keep up. But I'm not sure we expected to go quite this far. Echo's powers that they changed completely from the comic books so that they now have to do with her Native American ancestry. Her powers are literally that she is a girl boss because she's related to other girl bosses in her lineage. That this first girl boss was really strong, and this one, could really handle pressure well and was really accurate. That this one was really good at strategy, and this one can heal everyone. And Echo just happens to get all of their powers for no reason other than she happens to be related to other strong girl bosses. This is the new one in the MCU, and of course, she's also able to echo her powers into other women she's related to make them girl bosses. It is so fucking cringe and laughable. The entire thing goes off the rails. But one thing that I certainly wasn't expecting to come out of this was the actress herself, or at least someone who was translating for her, to say that yes, this is indeed the MCU, but that's exactly what happened. Echo's Alaqua Cox confirms MCU is real. In an interview, the deaf actress starts to sign MC before she catches herself. Now, I'm not somebody who knows American Sign Language. I can't sit there and tell you that, but apparently some people who have are confirming that she does start to sign the word for she before realizing her misstep. I don't know. We're going to take a look at the video and see if we can find out. Well, wouldn't you know it, it turns out all those YouTubers have been right all along, as Echo star Alaqua Cox confirms the MCU is real. And obviously, I don't know if Gary from Neurotic officially started that, but he certainly popularized it. And a lot of people got very mad. How dare you call it the MCU when garbage like the Marvels and She-Hulk is coming out time and time again? But it's been proven true over and over. A lot of people are now using that, including apparently Marvel actresses. In an interview while promoting the release of the show, Cox signs a lot of blood, violence, guns involved as well, and it's very gritty. She then adds, it's a different feel compared to what the other MCU stuff that we've seen. Now, I'm going to show this video to you guys. This is a reaction stream that we had. A couple people were watching it. You got Mike Ballard, Silent Jeff, and Dritical Crinker right here. Here is from their reaction video. Then we're going to go to the source itself.
You get to the fun part?
Yeah. It's going to be more, of course, a lot of blood, violence, guns involved as well. And it's very gritty. And it's a different feel compared to what the other MCU stuff that we've seen.
Now, of course, these guys immediately recognize that she just said MCU, which is great. Cosmic Book News, so where the article's from, he retweets this and says, I can confirm this is true. My friend teaches at a school for the deaf. I had him watch it. She does, he replied. They actually stopped the video after she signs MC, right as she's about to spell M for MCU. Now, again, we'll watch this. This is the original source, right? Without the reaction to the stream, which you shout out to those guys for bringing attention to everybody for this. But here it is from Collider Interviews.
It's going to be more, of course, a lot of blood, violence, guns involved as well. And it's very gritty. And it's a different feel compared to what the other MCU stuff that we've seen. And
now, here's the thing. When I look at it, it looks to me, again, I'm obviously not deaf. I don't really know anyone who's deaf, or at least not that I've ever communicated with ASL. To me, it actually looks like, obviously, the interpreter, the translator is a little bit behind. It looks to me like she signs, at least I see something for C and for U. I don't know what happens in between then, but you guys can see right here.
And it's a different.
That's when I see it, because that at the end is U. I'm almost positive that's you right there, if I'm not mistaken. The 2 fingers up. And then right before that, if I can go back to the 38-second mark, she does do a C. So I don't know.
And it's a different feel.
So I don't know. I don't know what the fuck she's saying. I'm not deaf. I don't know ASL. I'm just going by what I'm looking at. Somebody who says that they ran it by, there's somebody who teaches school for the deaf, says that she actually signed MSHU, that Alaqua Cox somehow made a mistake and started signing MSHU before correcting herself to C. Maybe it's not true. Maybe that's on the translator. Again, all I can go is based off the people who say they're talking to people who actually know American Sign Language. Either way, regardless of whether it's Alaqua Cox or whether it's the translator, that is embarrassing because it means the the person who's translating for Collider made a little slip up with MSHU, because now everyone is admitting that that's the reality. It turned from the MCU to the MSHU. And Kevin Feige told us that's what he wanted back in 2018. He said he wanted more female heroes and villains than males for no other reason other than he wanted representation. It's exactly what he got. And along with it came the destruction of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, because they were no longer engaged in actually telling entertaining stories, and instead stories that were all about representation. Like the fact that they decided to hire someone who's not an actress, but simply the fact that she's indigenous, that she's deaf, and that she's an amputee, so they could do a story about a female Native American who's deaf and an amputee. Not because they thought the story would be good, but because they wanted to virtue signal. And now we get disasters like Echo. What do you guys think? Let me know all about this in the comments section below. Smash a like button, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for notifications, share this video out there, and I'll talk to you later.